Okay, first of all, no, it's not really a spoiler in the thumbnail, okay? I did that little sketch myself. It is based off something we see in the chapter, but it's not a spoiler by any means, so calm yourself down, alright? I'm gonna go through this very quickly because these JJK Modulo leaks for Chapter 6 are genuinely insane. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this again, but best chapter yet. It's unreal. The combat is so cool. We get a potential reveal for Maru's technique. We see Cross's true intentions, potentially. There is some conflict in characters. Like, it's really, really good. So basically, Cross pulls up in this kind of Zenitsu state. He seems like he's maybe kind of unconscious or like not fully with it. His eyes are closed and his third eye is open. Things and debris are floating around, and he confronts the old man, the grade 1 sorcerer little old man. And the old man's like, I swear we knocked that guy out. How is he here? And Maru has aura. He has so much aura in these panels. Like, artwork wise, this feels like prime JJK levels of stuff. Because obviously, Yuji Iwasaki is doing an amazing job and Gege is storyboarding it, which is why it feels very JJK, even though it's not exactly the same art style. But Maru just has so much aura, and he moves in and he's like genuinely putting hands on this old man. And this old man is a strong, like, grade 1 level sorcerer. This fight is no diff. Like, it's not even close. Low-key, Maru might already be above Hikari. Like, I don't know, it's not crazy at this point because he has got insane hands, he's blatantly faster, he's pulling that Yuta move where he's like in front of his opponent and then suddenly he's behind him, and it's all like shaded out and he's just, again, so much aura. And he basically is using whatever his eye ability thing is to induce a state of confusion in his opponent, which makes it difficult for his opponent to use his abilities. But that's not all Maru can do, because his technique is, again, these translations are very questionable, so don't like take it too seriously. But his technique has something to do with just defying logic. So an example is he grabs a big boulder or that bit of debris and rock that's floating in the air, throws it at the old man goes to block it out the way. Maru then just changes the trajectory of the rock to wobble round the attack and then hit him anyway. Apparently it's not anti-gravity or gravity or anything like that, which we were speculating about last week, but it is something to do with killing inertia. So inertia is like when something is in a state of, well, it's kind of being constant. Something that's staying still is wanting to keep being still. Something moving is... I'm no scientist, so if I get this wrong, like, I'm a JJK professional, alright? I'm not Stephen fucking Hawking, but the point is he can basically, if something is moving, stop it moving and mess with things, alright? It defies logic. I don't know what to say. It's a cursed technique. He's got the Force. I don't know how to explain it beyond that. We'll get more information when TCB comes out, obviously. That's kind of how things normally go with these, because whoever translates them just does it very rushed. But yeah, so we basically see Maru just putting straight hands on this old man. There are so many cool pages, so many cool panels, not a lot of text, and it does seem like his technique has something to do with harmony, like you were saying, because we see, is it, I don't know, I can't remember my music. Like, you know, the scales thing in music, that's like blaring in the background, almost like, I don't know, it seems like it's something to do with Maru's technique or harmony or, goddamn. Look, the point is he's being very cool, all right? And yeah, he throws this big rock at the old geezer, and the geezer's all confused, and Maru goes in for this whole page of just like pummeling him, like so many punches, and he sends him flying out of the school gym all the way into the swimming pool. But then we see how crazy Maru's abilities really are, because what happens now I did not expect by any means. Maru heats up all of the water in the swimming pool so that it's too hot for the old man to stay in, and it kind of bursts upwards. And as the old man's been shot up by this like burst of water, Maru just goes and freezes him in place. Like, he just freezes all the water as if he's just casually... Again, this is when it says his technique is just defying logic. He's just doing whatever he feels like doing. Like, we need more details on it, but it does seem like he can just do whatever. Like, he's moving objects' trajectory, he's confusing his opponent, and now he's just heating up water and then freezing it like Arame was a hella strong sorcerer who only had the ability to freeze, and we're saying we've basically given that technique to Maru and a load of other stuff? Like, come on. I didn't realize he could be that cool. It does remind me of Zenitsu in a way, because he's so nice and lovely, and now he's gone into this kind of bloodlust state, and he's just a different beast, and he's blatantly outspeeding this grade 1 sorcerer, blatantly aura farming on him, putting hands on him left and right, and just embarrassing the dude. And he then just goes in for the kill. He's going to shatter this man where he stands in the ice. But Tsurugi steps in with his sword and blocks him. Which is when we actually see, or we see earlier on, but throughout this whole fight, Maru's twin brother, Cross, has actually been standing on top of the building watching over the whole fight. because as we know, when Maru uses his technique, his brother knows and is able to like kind of find him or locate him or whatever, simply because they have that twin connection, right? So Cross obviously went there once Maru started tweaking out, and Cross is all like, I didn't expect him to lose control so easily, which suggests this is a thing that regularly happens with Maru, which is very, very interesting. And we see that Cross's intention here is to kind of use Maru to spark a war, because we know that what Cross wants is conflict. He wants conflict between humans and the aliens. And this is where we get another interesting lore drop, potentially. Translations are still rough. But Cross stands there and he says, he basically wants Maru to either kill Tsurugi or kill the old man. He wants Maru to commit an act which would turn humans against aliens, spark a conflict, and cause a war. We don't know why they want that when it seems like, you know, conflict isn't necessarily necessary right now, but Cross does seem very on the side of it. So he wants Maru to kind of lose control even more and do something that will turn the humans against the aliens and cause conflict. Because Cross is very certain that his forces just massively overpower the much smaller amount of sorcerers that they have on Earth, right? And he then says, as long as we have, what was his name? Is it Dabaru, I think his name was? I mean, yes, that's a Dragon Ball reference, I believe. But it does say that we don't know if that's his name for sure. There could be a translation issue. Dabura. Sorry, I apologize. It's Dabura. But yeah, the big horned Sukuna level threat guy is supposedly called Dabura. And we see a panel that looks like the one I sketched on the thumbnail of Dabura just standing there. But yeah, we get a name drop for him. And he seems very certain that, like, as long as Dabura's on their side, they can solo the sorcerers. But I'm gonna be real with you, in the age we're currently in, I reckon Maru and Cross alone would be enough, because Tsurugi and Yuka are not there yet. Yuta's dead, Maki's dead, no word of Yuji, Gojo's obviously long gone. No one else is maybe Ui's around. Wow, great, we're saved. Beyond that, no one's really knocking about to help, at least not that we're aware of. And I think it would kind of undermine the point of the story if Yuji came in here and just started kicking, you know, all the aliens' asses, and that was that. I know you would all love it. That's not the point of this story. It's just going to be about getting, you know, Yuka and Tsurugi to that Maki and Yuta level so that they can handle whatever's coming for them. But interestingly enough, right as Maru is about to go in for the kill, Cross hears Tsurugi shout that he thought Maru was his friend. He thought that Maru and Tsurugi himself were neighbors, and he screams this, and it causes something to click in Cross, and his heart seems like it was swayed. Again, I'm not certain that's what's happening because translations are dodgy, but Cross then completely switches up and goes and calms Maru down and stops the conflict. And he's like, why did I do that? But it's making me think, because last chapter we were seeing Maru drawing on the idea of like being neighbors or being friends or whatever, and him saying that he wanted a neighbor to the kid. And obviously Maru and Cross would probably have the same tragic backstory, so I'm sure there's some, you know, sad, tragic backstory there that kind of hit a little soft spot when he heard that Tsurugi was saying he wants to be his neighbor or friend or whatever the translation says. So I think that's probably why he got involved. But yeah, that is the end of the chapter. The artwork is like JJK level. Genuinely, there is this one panel, I'm going to show it now, of the Sukuna Black Flash, or the Sukuna Gojo Yuji Black Flash page, right? You know, when like they go in for the punch and it's like close up and they're about to hit a Black Flash. That's the punch that Tsurugi stopped, but the panel is like identical to old JJK stuff where they would go in for that type of punch. You'll see what I mean when I show it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a great chapter. It's the best chapter yet, and it just makes me so excited for Modulo moving forward, because we're on chapter 6, right? And it's just really good already. I can't wait to see what's happening when we're properly, you know, deeper into it. But yeah, that is JJK Modulo chapter 6 leaks. I'll make a full review. I don't know whether to put these videos on my main channel or my new chapter review channel. I think because it's JJK, I'll probably keep it on the main. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff, and I'll see you in a bit.